I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about organizing floss. Whether you do punch needle or cross stitch or embroidery, you're bound to end up with a lot of partial skeins of floss, which can be difficult to keep organized. I don't always succeed, but I really like to have my craft room and supplies organized so that they are easy to find when I need them. But it's sometimes hard to organize the embroidery flosses with the DMC style of floss. Once the labels come off and you use some of it, it can quickly turn into a tangled up mess. And with the balls of floss, whether it be the Valdani or the DMC pearl cotton, they can quickly go from looking like a nice pretty ball like this. After you use it, they become a small ball and it's hard to keep track of the color tags. So here are a few different ways that you can organize floss. If you're using the Valdani floss, once you've used it a little while, the color name tag falls out and it's hard to get it to stay in there. So you can take the color tag and just fold it over and you can slide it in there and it will stay in pretty good, but sometimes it will fall out and then it's hard to remember which color is which number. Another thing you can do is what I call the stick a hole in it. You can poke a hole through the tag. Just make sure not to go through the color number so you can still tell what color it is. And I'm just going to use a sharp pencil. And then you can poke the end of the floss through the hole. And then get the tag up close to the floss ball and just wrap the end of the string around it to hold it in place. That's a pretty effective method. Another way to organize the floss, this works really well for this type of skein, is to use one of these floss cards. This works really well if you're working on a specific project, and then you can have all the colors that you're going to be using for that project on the card. So you just want to fold the floss over and have it in a pretty manageable length. This is about 8 inches long, and here where it's folded over, just slide it through the hole and then bring the end through and tighten it up, and then it's really easy to take off and you can use it as you need it and keep it organized. You could also use actual wooden bobbins to hold your floss. I have done this a little bit, but then it's kind of bulky to store. Not very practical if you have a lot of floss. The way I organize my floss is by using floss bobbins. You can buy these floss bobbins in craft stores. They're pretty plain and they hold the floss and you can write the floss number on them. You just wrap the floss on. So my favorite method is to use the floss bobbins, and I really like these new floss bobbins that I just released. They are printables and you can get them in my Etsy shop. I'll put the link in the description below. These floss bobbins are bigger than the plain floss bobbins, so you can get more embroidery floss on them. When you purchase it, you get 2 files, and one has the floss bobbins printed out all white, and then the other has floss bobbins and they print out with more of a wood look to them. Today I printed out the white ones. I printed these on cardstock, so I will show you how to assemble one. You can just print it on cardstock and use it like that. If you want it to be a little bit sturdier, you can add it to some thin cardboard. I'm using, it's just a cereal box. I didn't cut all the way around, I just loosely cut around it, and then I'm going to glue it using just some stick glue to the colored side, to the printed on side of the box. And that way when it gets all done, the back of my floss bobbin will be the back of the cereal box. And then I'm going to cut out the floss bobbin. And then I can just use this to wrap my floss around. And then once you get it all wrapped on, there's a place on the bottom where you can write the color number. Or you could write the number on the back also. I hope you found that helpful. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.